AYA is a community organization that's supporting youth between 14 to 24 who are navigating housing instability or literal homelessness. We have a drop-in space where youth can come in and get access to resources. We have over 30 community partners that are co-located here, so youth don't have to drive all over town to find resources for food or transportation or for health. They can come right here and talk to folks that we have vetted and have deemed a person that is capable of engaging young people where they are, and then they can start achieving their goals. We want youth to be able to obtain stability however they define that without the fear of losing their housing. Our comprehensive health initiative is an initiative that was started basically because we knew youth needed to get access to the healthcare system, and it's a very barriered system.
The top 3 barriers that youth say they experience is fear of the system, stigma that they've experienced in prior engagements with the healthcare system, and transportation. And the Comprehensive Health Initiative was really created to reduce or eliminate all of those barriers. So for transportation, youth are already here. We provide bus passes, Uber rides, all of that, so youth are able to get here easily. It's a central location, and it's a place they're coming anyway for other resources. Fear of the system, the providers that we engage with wear plain clothes, they sit down and have pizza, they develop relationships with young people before they engage with medical or mental health or behavioral health care. And then that also helps reduce that stigma. And so then once a young person sees, oh, they're in this place, it's safe, then we start to see that youth are actually following with these providers and establishing a primary care provider or establishing a longer-term therapeutic relationship with a therapist because those barriers are reduced. This project was created because young people were asking for it. And the greatest need that they were expressing was around physical and mental health care and support. And so both in our housing program and at drop-in. And so we really came together and said, okay, well, what would you want? What would be most helpful for you? What would reduce the most barriers? What would increase your access? How should this be done? And that's where the relational engagement, the way that we go about it. So I talked a lot about how we have all these things running in the background, and there's all this strategy, and there's all these community partners, but the idea is that a young person's not knowing all of that. What a young person is experiencing is they're experiencing a smooth, fluid relational process that's responsive to their exact needs, where they're at, and that we as AYA have the infrastructure to support that, and that can be difficult, but that's what youth have asked for, and that's what's most important for us to be able to provide. We've had over 4,200 engagements with young people in the areas of health and wellness. What that shows me is that there's a need out there, and that when we run over those numbers with a federally qualified health center, they said, yeah, we for sure can bill for this. This is going to be billable, this is going to be sustainable. And so that's when we look at, well, what does an on-site clinic look like specifically to support this population, individuals, adolescents who are experiencing trauma, have experienced instability. Now we don't have the space to do that here, so that will likely require some kind of build out or some kind of other space infrastructure, but that's really kind of our systems level hope, is to partner. We don't want to be the ones operating, but we want to provide all the things that we're providing now to be able to really give young people that kind of one-stop shop. We had a young person recently that we've been working with who he's been coming for 4 years. And a lot of trauma, a lot of just hard stuff that has happened in his life. And through a relationship, difficult behaviors, I mean, you name it, we've had it with this young person. But because we're a place based on relationship, because we're a place based on belonging, we set boundaries and we said, we still care about you. Come back, be here. We want you here, you matter. And through that engagement in that relationship, he has moved into our housing. He has a job, he's connected to healthcare. I can honestly say, he was outside, he was on the streets for 3 years. And that kind of engagement is so incredibly powerful. And I think that's what gives me hope. And that's why I love working with young people, because there's so much potential. If you can show them something's possible, they have a belief that there's something else possible in their lives. We're excited to see where this goes. There's a lot of potential here. I think there's a lot of potential for young people to be served even more effectively. And we want to do it thoughtfully, and we want to make sure that we don't lose the relationship. But we do think that there's a lot of potential.
And along the lines too of kind of making this happen, we have a really awesome team. And that takes intentionality too, of making sure that we have folks that our youth can identify with and connect to. And it's not possible without them being at the forefront of it. So I just want to lift them up as well, as far as making sure we highlight them, because we're a smaller organization compared to some in the community. To have the buy-in and support and the commitment to supporting young people at a very vulnerable place is special to find in folks. And I'm grateful that I work alongside a ton of people who are able to do that.